What's up, yo? This is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. Once you understand that women want that good, everything else makes sense. Yeah. I hope you had a good weekend. I certainly did. It was good. It was good. It was fun and everything. Yeah. Anyway, right? Once you understand that women want to have good sex out here, I ain't put that in the title. Sometimes I do. They're still monetizing. I think with me, they just said, he just going to do it. He draws in people. So, what the heck? We make money. He makes money. So, anyway, right? Yeah, if y'all understand just that one thing about women, they want the sex. If you look at everything, I don't care what you say, there's a sexual component. And in fact, even when people say there's a difference in how women used to behave and how they behave now, other than that they didn't live then, the only real difference is they had to hide what they wanted sexually. And they still do to an extent. They just a little bit more open about it. Especially for guys who aren't in that select category, who actually know how women get down. And speaking of select and non-select, let me be clear about that. And I've said this before. That's a sexual hierarchy. That's why I don't, even though I said it can correspond loosely to people talking about some 80-20 or alpha beta, just for easy reference purposes. Really, a man, he could be select and not be what people socially say they want. I mean, he could be a short-statured average face dude and still be dicking them down for no other reason than he's packing. Or he got something else that turns the women on sexually. That's all that is. And let me get into that some more, because a lot of people say select to be looking at all this other stuff. Now, the select men are basically the guys who turn them on with the raw sex appeal. That's the top layer. The second layer is the guys, they'll have a little bit of money and status, but they still have to look good. And even then, they still got to turn on in the bedroom. And in fact, if a man wants to be seen as select, he could be a nice guy, but if he can manage to have sex with that woman, turn her out, all of a sudden he becomes select. And just to be clear, yeah, they'll settle for a non-select guy, but let's put it like this. The select men, they get the thongs. Oh, they get the no panties. They get the teddies. They get all the sexual works. The non-select guy, he gets some pity stuff for about 5 minutes. And the slicker women know how to make you come quick. In fact, you coming quick is probably why you non-select anyway. But it's strictly a sexual thing. So, one, you got that. Two, women really don't have to settle. Because even the money piece, you got to have a whole lot of money. Unless you're dealing with some low-class women. All you need for them is some Cheetos and Sunny Delight. Shout out Tariq Nasheed. That's all you need if they poor. But if you want a decent woman, oh shoot, she might deal with you for a social thing. She might deal with you because she's in the same social class or something like that. But had that DNA test. Oh, that's one thing. In Tennessee, somebody sponsored that bill to make paternity fraud or charging somebody falsely with paternity a misdemeanor. Yeah, you'll need a whole lot of that. But even that, if you look at that whole situation, okay, like that paternity fraud thing, that still come down to sex. Because why is it a fraud if, okay, she got a man already, she's having some type of sex with him? For it to be paternity fraud, obviously there's more than one man involved. Obviously. And so why is there more than one man involved? And it's not always about money or some social thing. Yeah, they're good. Yeah, that's sex. So seriously, no matter what you look at, even behavior. Because a lot of times when one of the things with women if they sexually turned on by a guy, oh, they're going to be a whole lot friendlier. They're going to treat him better. If they not, if they have to deal with them, they're going to be on some mean shit. Like women, they will actually treat a guy according to how sexually appealing he is. They will actually treat him a certain way according to that. But then it's still sex. All of it is sex. All of it is sex. Like one of the things, like even like when guys are talking about feminism really hasn't done too much. It hasn't really empowered women over men. It really hasn't if you think about it. Men as a group still make more money. All they did was give women more freedom to actually work. And they don't have to settle for just some guy just for survival. Most don't anyway. Younger generations don't. Like younger women, especially since more going into college and they're getting their businesses and everything. That money thing don't have the same appeal. Now it still matters. It still matters because with women everything matters, but it's not even at the top of the list. And I've seen some reports even then, as long as you bringing in something so they don't have to carry you. Because some women, shoot, they don't even want that guy. They want that attention so badly. They'll take that 9-to-5 teacher over that high-powered attorney. Now, that's how deep it is. Just to spend time, because that high-powered attorney or that professional is not going to spend that much time with them. They too busy making money. And they're still going to get theirs because of class issues and everything. But even those guys, they better like double back home one day. That's the important thing. That's the important thing. That's one thing. And no matter how you look at it, any situation you point out, there's a sexual aspect. And I know some people will say, oh, Rom, you always talk about sex. Well, if you're going to solve the issues, if you're going to get to the bottom of stuff, you can't be squeamish or prudish about it. You got to be honest about it. If every question, shoot, why is a woman with that bum? I thought they wanted money. He turned on sexually. Why she with that ugly dude? Oh, she probably using him or something. Or he won't leave. They'll say all that stuff, but he turned on. You think she gonna put up with the ugly dude if he ain't making her holler? Shit, he probably walking up in there like Dexter St. John. I've heard women actually say that too. They say they'll take an ugly dude with a big dick. They say it straight up. They would take an ugly dude with a big dick. Hell, in fact, you get all these guys, so it's just looks, and it depends on sex appeal. Because sometimes they feel like, often, not even sometimes, often, they feel like a rough-looking dude can, stroke them in the bedroom. Like, if you're going to say looks matter, it's actually better to say looking like they can fuck. Now, they might do otherwise. Now, it's more than just, if the dude look all innocent and everything, because that's more than just, understand something. Sex and looks ain't the same thing. Now, I know some inexperienced dudes say that, but nah. Sex is more than intangible. You can get two twins, right? And I've actually seen this happen. You get two twins. One is tearing up women. The other ain't. And you wondering why. I'm like, well, hold up. They look alike. What's the difference? The one tearing up women got that attitude, got that sex appeal. It's an attitude. Because even some of these guys on here who try to say, this is what you got to look like to be sexy. No, that's what you got to look like to look good. And even then, it's going to be to a particular woman. But sex appeal is a total attitude. You got to have that sexual confidence in everything. You got to have that look in your eyes. In fact, I talked about that look from a recent movie. I use an example, but actually, I'll say it's from that Spider-Man movie. There was a scene, and I don't think everybody's seen it yet. Don't try to give it away and stuff, but let's just say you could see that look. One had a rough look, and the other one had a scared look. It was totally in the eyes. Don't give it away, y'all. If somebody tried to give it away in here, I'm just going to delete the comment. Let some people see it. But I did do a video that's going to come out in second week of July, because I'm doing all my videos early because of some stuff I'm doing late in the month. That's going to mention that very thing. But it's about sex appeal, and it's the attitude and everything. You know, it's about that sexual charisma, sexual confidence, and everything. You know, so that's important. But that's the overall. It's just always understand. If once you understand, like the woman's sexual nature, what they really want, who they really respond to, then everything else makes sense. Like a common thing is you got some women rolling from a good man. In fact, there was a clip on IG. And you know, stuff on IG and TikTok, whenever some woman is saying something, pay attention. Because there's a woman, she's either confessing or another woman, she's telling on other women. Always pay attention to it. Take it in. Like, for example, body game. There's always a woman talking about body parts. Always. Because people be sending it to me. Some dude is always sending me something. Where the women are talking about it. And he talking about, quite often they talking about the sex thing, but the clip I was talking about, this woman, and she was a Christian woman too, and she said this guy had everything. There was just something missing. The astute people know it. He ain't turn on sexually. She even said he had money, he was a good guy, he was handsome. For all the people say who want to think, oh, you just have to be handsome. She said the dude was handsome. Now, she didn't say the sex part. But whenever, from personal experience, just talking with several women, whenever they say the guy got everything, but just not turning them on, they're just not getting hot. They just not getting them hot. That's all to it. Ain't no shame in it. It is what it is. That's that X factor, the sex thing. It comes down to sex. Seriously. Talk to any situation. Look at any situation. It comes down to the sex. You know, even how women dressing and everything. That's why it's normal to see women in like these colorful leggings and stuff. I mean, that stuff be up on their cat. There's somebody on IG I follow, man. She had on these tight things. This thing was tight on her cat. It was like, oh shit. Damn, girl. I mean, that shit was like on her lips, you know? And she's supposed to be a Christian woman. See, that's another thing, too. You get a lot of women. No, just checking out the birds. I see everything, y'all. Wait a minute. Where he at? Are they coming this way? Oh, okay. No, just everything. But I'm over here. I'm getting over here by my whatchamacallit, cleaners and stuff. Y'all know I always split this up. I'll give you that in the second part. Like the big issue why there's not enough discussion about sex. And really, I'm gonna just say it straight up. It ain't on the women, it's on the men. It's on the men why there ain't enough of a discussion. Because it's there. It's very important. But a lot of guys, shit, a lot of people ain't discussing it, but it always comes down to it. It always comes down to that good. I mean, it is what it is. You can understand. I don't care what you even calling them modern women and stuff. They just more sexually liberated. The female gaze has been freed. Shoot. Even stuff like body game. They don't have to body game looks. Just because a guy going to be good, they don't have to put up with him like they used to. And shit. They like eye candy too. You know? And even then, you still got to be sexy to them. But I'll get into the reason why it's not even discussed the way it should in a second, okay? All right, y'all. Back, got my clothes up. Hey, my son's clothes, they had them ready too. I love my cleaners here, man. I love my cleaners. Hey, if y'all in Harford County, man, look up Crow Cleaners. Crow Cleaners, Krow Oh, is that H? Yeah, H. Yeah, I had to ask because I had to make sure it was spelled right. But anyway, I'll look at it as I'm driving out. But check them out. Say Rom sent you. Rom sent you. You ain't gonna get a discount or anything, but let them know. Because they be hooking the brother up. They be cleaning all my stuff. Because like I said, only thing I wash on my own is like my kick around shirts. Everything else gets dry cleaned. Everything else gets dry cleaned. Oh, it's Crows. Kroh apostrophe S. Crows Cleaners. Anyway, right. Getting back to that thing, the issue ain't the women. See, some guys, they see the women going more sexually open thinking they have a problem. No, it's the men have a problem. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it, man. Because sex is just nature. Sex is just nature. Now, everybody come up with all this shit, but not a single one of y'all will be here but for sex. Not a single one of you. And quite frankly, a whole lot of y'all might be the offspring of paternity fraud. That's how deep it is, all right? That's how deep it is. But sex happens. And if you coming off as prudish or whatever about sex, well, you pretty much, women ain't gonna mess with you. Because a big thing that will turn a woman on about a man is he's just sexually open. That's why you get some dudes tearing it up. And, I can say body game all day. Somebody could talk about getting face surgery, all that shit, but they still getting this. I've met plenty of dudes like that. They getting theirs, and if you've had sex enough personally, and then been around men who've had sex, you can pretty much tell who getting what. Seriously, you can tell who getting what, how much they getting. If you're around, because I've been around everything from virgins to like just crazy womanizers. I can always tell. If I'm in your presence, I can always tell. I can listen to how you talk, everything. How you express yourself. And it ain't always, even though I'm going to still promote body game, I'm always going to promote it, but the reason I'm promoting it is you want to increase your odds. You want to increase your odds as best as possible. But it's not, if you're not like built like, and you can still get some. You can still get some. Because even with the muscles and everything else, I'm just saying you can get more. You can get more, but you can still get something. Because if the average man out here in his lifetime is only going to sleep with 5 women. And I know some guys, every time I say that, some guys get on here, must not be average. No, you're not. But only 1 or 2 guys will comment and say that. Everybody else quiet. So, I mean, and I ain't saying you got to be like that man getting all the women and shit, but, you don't have to be that, just expressing a reality. And a major issue is a lot of men aren't comfortable, and then what the woman has to do, shoot, she got to hold back, because you get guys judging women on body count and stuff like that. Now, if the woman been with 300, I can halfway understand that. I can see it. I was like, okay, I can get it. But sometimes the woman has been with 3, and some guys think that's too many. A lot of guys got some sexual hang-ups and stuff. Indeed, that's why a lot of women will get with the bad boys. Once again, the sex thing. Because a bad boy ain't going to have any sexual hang-ups. He's ready to get down, and he ain't going to judge what she do. He going to want it too. In fact, if she been with a decent amount of men, right, and they have sex, shoot, men sexually comfortable with themselves, bad boys or players and stuff, they gonna be mad if the shit wasn't any good. It's like, how you been with that many men and you don't know how to suck a dick right? Yeah, I'm gonna be rough with it. That's how they gonna think. But once again, it comes down to it. See, a lot of guys are really hung up. And they hung up for various reasons. Some could be religious. Some could be they were raised in, I'll say, sheltered environment. They could be whatever. It could be whatever. Unfortunately, could have had some molestation. It gets a bunch of stuff. It's a bunch of stuff. And then some guys, they want to feel like... Some guys, I'm going to tell you what, the biggest issue Really the biggest is men just simply not understanding women want sex just as much. And I've said that constantly. A lot of guys don't understand that. You know, even when you tell them, they try to rationalize it. Stop doing that shit. I don't have time for it. You got to start dealing with reality. As a man, you got to deal with the reality situation. They want to get down. Like every time a woman looking at a man, there's a sexual element, even if it don't have nothing to do with sex. That's just their nature. Now, ain't nothing wrong with them or something. They just being human. Think about their main purpose on the world, to nurture a life. Let me say that again. Their main purpose is to nurture a life. And that ain't sexist or anything. We can't do that. Most we can do is spark. We can impregnate the egg, but they carry the egg. They carry the egg, gotta nurse the child. That's just a female energy. Any female mammal, whatever, or whatever, they gotta deal with. I think the only, you got some reptiles or something, they just let the young go. But if it's a mammal, like you be seeing, like I had talked about the birds under my patio. They talked about the birds under there, and they not there. I think they moved out. But they were just there chilling. The mother was there all the time. Well, one of them was. The other one kept flying off when I was out there, but would hang around if she had to feed the children. So I mean, that's the thing. That's just their nature. So it's like. And with humans, shoot, we can have sex anytime. And if you leave it up to women, shoot, they just be made love to all day. But see, a lot of men ain't down for that. And a lot of men tripping. And unless you 14 dealing with another 14-year-old, and even nowadays, well, really back in the day too. I ain't even gonna say nowadays like I used to. Back in the day too, they were getting down. Hell, if anything, teenage pregnancy's been going down. But here's the thing though. Everything comes down to that sex. Everything. And a lot of guys just gotta get open. Now if you open, you ain't tripping, you ain't judging. Regardless of what you look like, how much money you got, the woman gonna at least think about it. I'm saying at a minimum. And you get some guys like that be getting theirs. They normally non-select, but they get the right woman, and they kind of like some men. They'll mess with that overweight woman with a questionable face. They will. If she say, "Hey, daddy, I'll suck that dick." Let's just be real. Some guys will be like, yeah. As long as she don't put too much pressure on them. Women are the exact same way. They the exact same way, as long as they think he gonna be quiet. That's why being discreet is very important too. Like every now and then I get somebody talking about showing somebody. I was like, for what? Why am I gonna mess my shit up to impress somebody I don't know? Because I've had several women say, hey, if I tell you something, you ain't gonna share it, are you? Seriously, they straight up ask me, you're not gonna share it, are you? I gotta get, a little bit I've shared, either somebody I haven't dealt with in a very long time. Even then, I don't give stuff. I don't give enough identification, or I definitely don't call names. But that's part of it too. Like I said, if you want to understand anything about a woman's behavior, no matter what. Now, there's going to be some women, of course, who are going to say, no, that's not it. Keep in mind, women know they got to keep up that mask. Like I always told y'all about that time I'm doing a seminar. Got a bunch of women, men and women in there, mostly women. And this woman going to argue with me. She going to argue with me in front of everybody, almost coming to blows. Talking about, nah, women wouldn't have no muscular young boy. Nah, we don't do that. Yeah, we don't have a guy we just using just for sex. The second we got outside, it was just me, her, and a couple friends who knew she was bullshitting what she said. She said, damn right she got a muscular young boy. She just didn't want to say. anything in front of all these other guys. In fact, she said the other women, they weren't usually quiet. This was a particular group where the women had a reputation of arguing with a guy. They had a reputation. I came in there ready for war. I came in there, I was ready. I was ready. Man, these women were so quiet, it was scary. It scared me. So I had that one arguing with me. The other one, she was arguing with me, but she was smiling though. She was just bucking back just for entertainment. She would say something, but she'd be smiling, so we were kind of winking and shit. It's like, all right, let's play the game. Let's play the game. So she was A. They were doing their thing. But what that other first woman said, she said, yeah, all of them getting down. She said all the women in there getting down. They ain't want to say anything in front of all these guys. That's why I say a lot of it's on the guys. A lot of men can't handle it. A lot of men can't handle it, and women gotta play innocent. Shit, most women, they have an idea what to get them off sexually, but they know they can't do whatever. I remember a time. Now, one of the few times I'll talk about, they picked this woman up. I told this one before, a mutual friend set us up, so I went and picked her up, brought her back to my place. We riding along, she acting all innocent. I said, look, you don't have to act innocent with me. Why'd I say that? After the session and several bite marks and stuff, she let go. She let go. And we ain't go on a date or anything. We knew each other. I think we hooked up one other time. Barely knew each other, never went on a date and everything. But, and I know some guys will say, well, they all 304s. They say, hold up, they just got normal sex drive. They ain't getting down like that. All of them, man. That's a big problem with women now. They find enough guys to get down with. Honestly. Shoot, trust me, because if women, they want that sex, but they ain't getting it. And like a lot of guys will say, well, they can get it anytime they want. Not from who they want. And even then, some guys be tripping. Some guys be tripping. I've actually known some women, they say they with a guy, going out with him, he ain't tapping it. Wondering what's up. I'm like, man. But it still come down to sex. And it is what it is, Like I said, don't get mad. Don't get mad. It's just normal. And I'll just say this though, the men who tapped into all of that, and all of them ain't like alpha showpieces. Ain't that many anyway. Like in the Tantra communities that's been springing up, that Tantra subculture. Anybody who follow Master Yao know what I'm talking about, or know about Shatam Nidiyama. These dudes be getting down. And they regular dudes too. But they in that community where the women want to get down. So that's why you got a lot of stuff. Shit, women pushing for polyamory, want to open up. It be the woman wanting to open up. You ain't digging it down right, dog. But, that's one of the things. Forgot where I was going for a second. Yeah. Alright. I just drive around so y'all get an idea where I'm actually at. But that's the thing though, man. That's the thing. That's the thing. And, guys just gotta look. As men, if you understand that, you understand everything else, but then you also understand what to do. And even everything I talk about, anybody follow my stuff, because invariably somebody come up, well, how can I develop my sex appeal? Follow the fucking shit I tell you in my videos, my books, everything. It ain't a quick answer, you gotta develop it. And if you don't choose to, that's alright. That's alright. That same woman just gonna get with somebody else. Oh, well, she'll just get with somebody else. Now what? Now what? But once you understand that, look, develop yourself. Like I say, when I talk about body game, hey, she gotta like what you look like naked, so at least do your best there. You know, she gotta like it. And women like different things. That's why I say get your best body. Deal with your tribe. Shoot, the other day I talked about they'll give consideration to the women who show like they like you last week. Give consideration. If they checking for you, they turned on by you somewhere. Unless they're acculturated prostitutes and they love you for your inner beauty, the beauty of the money in your pocket. But at the same time, I say that's why you keep your money in your pocket. Now, if you get to know her and y'all get in a relationship and, you know, you like doing stuff, ain't nothing wrong with spending money on her. Ain't nothing wrong with it. A lot of money. Like, if you want to just go out to a coffee place or something like that, a little bit, okay, that's cool. But the bottom line is don't leave with your wallet. Don't leave with your wallet. Because you leave with your wallet, then you really don't know what she really wants. Because you still got acculturated prostitutes out there, but how many of y'all want an acculturated prostitute? Seriously. How many of y'all really want that? Do y'all really want an acculturated prostitute? Y'all know what an acculturated prostitute is, don't you? I've said it. The Honorable Pimp God calls them acceptable hoes. You don't want that type of woman who just wants you for money. Because I'm going to tell you what, the slicker ones among them, they still won't give you any. They'll make you work for everything and still don't give you any. Make you take them out on these dates. Make you take them out on all these dates, spend all this money, be on those foodie calls and something. She'll do all that. And then, right, after you done took her to like all the fancy restaurants and all of that, then she'll be like, well, you know, I think we can just be friends. That's how they play that, though. Oh, crap. I'm parking right where I was going to park. Oh, fuck. Oh, well, here we go. That dude pulled in, parked where I was going to park. I got to get something from my post office. But, yeah. That's why I say don't leave. Try to get an idea if she turned on by you. Now, if you want to know, well, hey, I give. Hey. I give different. I've talked about all my books. All of it's about just developing that sexual side, everything. And most of my videos, all you have to do is listen and apply. Apply what I say. I'm giving you that shit for free, really. But anyway, though, yeah, all comes down to that. You want to understand anything about a woman's behavior, you gotta factor in the sex factor. And how they I say this, how they interact with a particular man. Yeah, factor in sex. No matter what, sex is always involved. Alright? So anyway, that's all I got for now, yo. I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.